Back now with the age sources. Obviously, Brave World was a little sick his last start. They put him on XNL. His weight count was a little high. Harry will have him ready to go in a week or two. Compass Rose DC raced great the other day for Billy Davis Jr. She'll continue to race great right throughout. This is a filly we're breeding. And you might say to yourself, why are we breeding her and not breeding the other one? I don't know what to tell you. At the end of the day, there are some horses we're going to keep to breed, and there's some that we can't keep them all. Guys, we just can't. I made a commitment to the clients of Compass Rose DC to keep her, to breed her a while ago. Very well-bred filly. Good pedigree page on her. Yeah, she's an Uncle Peter, but she also was a multiple stake winning filly that made over $100,000. So for me, I believe Compass Rose DC has earned her right to be a mother with us. We are going to breed her this coming winter. Cruising in Style, up and down, up and down. Hopefully he races good this week. We'll see how he does. Don't believe me, just watch. Again, our crew was at it again, emailing me, asking me to take him out of the condition claimer. You know, I don't want him claimed. I don't want him claimed. He's going to get claimed. I get where you're coming from, guys, but at the end of the day, this is his class. That is it. So he's the perfect horse in the sense that in another couple of months, he no longer has allowances. He no longer will fit in that class anymore. And at that place, at that juncture, he can only race in it. And homeowners are preferred 3, preferred 2, or straight claimer. That's it. There's nothing else for him. I guess drop down numbers of 2,000 after the preferred 3. But again, I'm not in a big hurry to race for $6,000 with Don't Believe Me, Just Watch next year and the numbers of 2,000 just to get up, get your head kicked in, and drop back down. No, we're not racing horses like that. It's not what we're doing. And, you know, I understand there's a lot of connections with Don't Believe Me, Just Watch, but we are going to continue to put our horses in where they can win. That's it. Globetrotting's coming back to Canada. 3 strikes, you're out. I guess Ronnie's done a great job with her overall, but I think her last 3 starts were frustrating both for us and for him. I think that maybe last night she was on the cusp of maybe getting back to normal. He said her muscle count and her liver count were a little bit high. If they are still elevated, then that would easily account for what we saw take place Saturday night or Friday night at Yonkers. It's not the end of the world. This filly's tough as hell. Don't worry about her. We'll get her back, get her blood down, and get her raced. If there's a spot here for her at Mohawk, awesome. If there's not, there's every jurisdiction on planet Earth that she can race in. This is a legit top flight mare and is going to be a killer at 5. High Gear No Fear, again, may have to scratch him Sunday. I outlined that a couple of times in the both in the opening and then when talking about Jason's stable. Now Lauren is going to be the second trainer over there. High Gear No Fear, a little bit of mucus in his throat and a couple of flecks of blood when he schooled the other day. Are they going to be able to clean him up for Sunday? I told him, I said, there is no rush. If he can't be 100%, he'll race in the class next week. Don't worry about it. So if he's not 100%, scratch him. So I left it up. Obviously, it's Jason's call, Lauren's call, and the vet's call. I haven't circled back with them, but I've given them every opportunity to scratch the horse fairly, and I suspect that that's exactly what will take place. Path of Totality is all done now. We made a decision. I know a couple people said, you know, can we just race her? Can we try her? Here's my problem. If we do her knees and she breaks her knee, how bad would I feel, and how bad would you feel knowing that we could have stopped with her now when she's fine? You know, she's not really raceable right now. She's okay, but and put her in full for what, a couple of dollars? The plan was always to breed her in the winter, so I know our plans have been cut short a little bit, but at the same time to deviate from what is best for the mare would not be what we try to do at the stable. And although we could maybe patch her up, we would be putting in jeopardy her ability to race in the future. And quite frankly, it's not very fair to her. Hey, let's just let her break her knee and then we'll get her in full in February. And that's just not fair. That's not what we do. It's not what the stable does. So Path of Totality is all done. We're going to breed her now. I did reach out to Tom Grossman and he said, you know, I don't know if Chapter 7 is the way to go. Okay. Well, you know better than me. So maybe that means we breed her in Ohio, we breed her in Ontario, or we breed her somewhere else. I think if we're going to look at a jurisdictional spot for her, New York wasn't my first option anyway. I would look at maybe Long Tom in Ohio and stand her in Kentucky so that there's dual eligible. Or really, we could breed her in any jurisdiction and stand her in Kentucky also. I think this mare, at least from my as a trainer and driver standpoint, possesses all the tools I would want to see in any foal: grit, determination, toughness, speed, durability. these are all the things that I love as a trainer and a driver, and she possesses them all. So I'd like to have her bred to a good sire that crosses well with her wherever it may be, and stand her in Kentucky and have her eligible in both places, have that foal eligible in both places. Spirit of Dio is no longer with us. So what happened with Spirit of Dio was she got a little sick and she bled a little bit. We needed to give her some time off, and I offered on behalf of the people that own the majority of the filly to have the shares bought out by the majority owners, and we did. We came to an agreement. So Spirit of Dio will be leaving the stable.ca and moving to John Butenshane's stable in Wind Gap, Pennsylvania, where she'll probably go to Florida in the winter. So good luck to Jeffrey and Leonard Berg with Spirit of Dio. She's been a great mare for us, and I suspect she'll be a great mare. Whether they choose to race her or breed her, she'll be a great mare for them. So good luck to them. Stormbridge Simba will be in to go this week. Quarter Crack's all healed up on him. He's ready to go. Jason Lauren, they've done a great job with this guy. Time Houdini, a little flat again the other night. I suspect he'll bounce back his next start. This is another horse that the stable owns a very small amount of shares in anymore, so I might reach out to Ed, ask him if he wants to soak those shares up for the stable, just to trim us up a little bit. White Tiger, 15-1 morning line, but he's on his game right now, and I suspect he'll be very, very good on Monday night. I hope if the driver drives him good, I'm sure he'll be in a good spot. And then Yes is racing awesome in Ohio, continues to race good. As I said last week, there is now no doubt in my mind the form of Yes we are watching race right now is by far the best Yes there's ever been. So that is the aged horses. We got the stables. It's getting dark. I'm going to try and run through them real quick here in just a minute.